Stigliano, and our Grace on Design decoupage papers, we've been under development for about a year on these. They're finally out. We're super excited. Everyone seems to be loving them. Our packs come in this tube, okay? Because we don't want them wrinkled, we don't want them folded, we don't want any of that stuff. So we decided to tube them, okay? So they come in a cardboard tube. The front will show you the design and the sizes that come with it. So the cap will also tell you what it is. So if you're a retailer out there, know that you'll be able to stack them either this way or this way. And what you get, and we will be using Let It Be, which is this one. So you get the main image, right? So you get the main image is Let It Be. And you get it in 24 to 36. So look at how big this is. Like, there's my head, okay? This is huge. You also get, and this is what we're going to be working with today, this sheet. You get the smaller image, which is super cute. And this is, I just want to make sure I'm getting all my sizes right, 12 by 18. And then we give you a companion pattern image. So this one has all these cute little queen bees, and that's an 18 by 24. So you also get a Surf Prep rad pad to help with application, okay? Now, we're going to be using both of these sheets. Let me just show you up close though how stinking pretty this is. So our printer does like amazing work printing images. Super crisp, super clean. I mean, look at that bee, okay? So, we love that, right? So, I found this table in my workshop, and see this cool pattern? It is literally a honeycomb. Look. It's a honeycomb. Yeah, no, not Tuesday, it's Saturday. So we have a honeycomb table, so I thought for sure that we had to use Let It Be. So when you get your pattern, you see that these two are attached because they're smaller. So we did find that they stay better in the tube as one bigger sheet instead of two smaller sheets. There are two ways to do decoupage. I am going to show you what is referred to as the wet method, okay? So we are going to wet apply. And what that means is our glue is going to be, you guessed it, wet. We're not going to iron it on. It's not going to be dry. We are going to go ahead and use the wet method. So I have, this is Dixie Belle Satin Clear Coat. You can use any water-based top coat to do this, okay? So if you use a different paint line, that is totally fine. If they have a top coat, go for it. Usually the satins are a little bit thicker than the clear. So see, like, this is a thicker top coat. The thicker top coats tend to work a little bit better. If it's a fast drying one, like a flat, or sometimes the glosses are thin, you won't have as much time to work with the top coat because it's going to dry on you, okay? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that our whole piece has a good layer of top coat. We don't want it completely gooped on, but you definitely want more than if you were top coating the piece, okay? Especially here in the center and at the edges. Anywhere that you might end up with air bubbles later or problems like that, it's because your top coat either dried before you could apply your paper, or you didn't have enough, or that spot was like literally missing top coat, okay? So we're really making sure it's on here. Now comes the fun part, guys. Dun, dun, dun. That actually laid down really nice, not gonna lie. But we need to, there's a couple little wrinkles, so we're gonna just pull it. So now it is down. But I'm sure, or at least I hope you can see, there we go, right up here you can see, there's definitely wrinkles and things that are kind of going on and happening. That happens with decoupage, okay? There's no way around it, it's gonna do that. But there's ways that we can fix it. This one is big, so I'm just gonna kind of, so this is our rad pad. This side is foam, this side is abrasive. And what we're gonna do is you can use the foam side to kind of pull out these wrinkles, but honestly guys, and I know you're gonna think that I am insane, we're gonna use the abrasive side, okay? Thanks, I see some of you guys said you sprinkled it, I love that. So hopefully the camera is showing, because as I'm doing this, it's literally removing these wrinkles for us. So as you can see, the rad pad, is everybody watching? The rad pad is not affecting the color tone of this at all. A little bit is coming off on our rad pad, but that's okay. It's not messing up our image, okay? So I am just using this. We're gonna rubbing every single wrinkle right out of this. Now, are the wrinkles staying completely out? No, they're turning into these really cool like vines, which I'll show you, which I think are totally cool, and I think those add character. However, just huge raised wrinkles will drive me bananas. So I want to make sure that my paper lays super flat, and I use my rad pad to do that, get all the air out. Were any of you guys wondering why the heck that crazy lady put rad pads in her decoupage? First of all, Surf Prep is one of my absolute favorite companies. They're family owned and they have incredible products. But this is literally the easiest way I have ever been able to teach anyone how to decoupage. And I want everybody to have like the best success, right? Like we really want you guys to be set up for success. Now let me show you guys up close. Look how flat. See, that's like the little vein I was talking about, but that's fine. It's flat. We love that, okay? So I want you guys to notice like here and here. So some of the color does show through, right? Look. So you want to be mindful of what you're painting underneath, because you very well might have like a tonal thing with your paper once you put it on. So now we have these like little ends here, and I did this on a cutting board. So I'm going to cut a strip of these to put here, and then we're going to put a strip of these here. And now, because we're making this ourselves and because we're live, it's not perfect. So I do completely realize that this is wider than that, but we're just gonna go for it because I bet it's gonna be super cute, okay? Now, some of my top coat already started to dry. So we're just gonna go add a smidgen more, okay? You don't want your top coat dry. And now I'm going to line this up like that. And this is such a small strip, I can just use my finger and just kind of. So let's do that for up here too. So we're gonna go ahead and again, just add more top coat. I'm kind of overlapping onto the first image just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's just a little line where I'm going over the first one. That's just to make sure that we have good adherence. Here's my little strip of bees. And now these bees are headed this way, so I guess I'm going to keep these also kind of headed that way. The one side had to go on perfect, so this side had to give me like 4 seconds of trouble, right? Because both sides can't just be easy. There's no way. All right. So now, you guys see, I kept extra, okay? I never cut my paper perfect to my piece before I put it on, because then you're really limited. Like, you have to lay it down perfect the first time, right? So I purposely leave this extra room so that we have room to play with as we work. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our rad pad and we are going to push down and just sand kind of on an angle on these edges, okay? Just down and on an angle. Down and on an angle. And then it's going to, look at that. It's going to come right off in the exact shape and size that we need. And that's why it is absolutely not necessary to pre-cut. All right, look at that, perfect. We didn't risk cutting it too small. We didn't risk cutting it too big, or, I mean, we didn't even cut it. We just went choo 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 like that, okay? Now, I'm not going to top coat this right now because we want to go ahead and let all of this really dry. If you top coat it while the top coat underneath is still wet and not cured, you're going to kind of reactivate it and it's going to rebubble. And we're going to have to do all of that bubble stuff again. So we would rather just let this sit. Usually, bless you, Ty. Usually I let it sit overnight if I can. My goodness, Tyler. And then when I do the top coat, everything is kind of all set and you don't have to like worry about it rebubbling or doing anything crazy. So now, here we go. We have all this done, and let's say we're working on all this stuff and there's still maybe a couple wrinkles, a couple things didn't quite go as planned, you're not really sure. What you can do, and it's also a whole other way of applying, and I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like there's probably going to be a girl that does the entire iron-on method. If they don't, there is the entire iron-on method available on our page, okay? But say you do the wet method like we just did, and there's still some more stuff than you would like, okay? What you're gonna do is, this is parchment paper. However, your kit also comes with this extra sheet of tissue paper, and this could work also, all right? If you don't have parchment paper, use that extra sheet, and you're just gonna put this over. I have this is a craft iron. If you have a regular iron with no steam, it would work. And you can literally iron your paper, okay? And you can do this even with the wet method to kind of make sure that you got all your stuff down. And what this is gonna do is like that little area there that was getting on my nerves and I thought I was gonna pull it up, just iron it when you're done. So we're gonna give it just this quick little iron. We don't need to go crazy. We're just going section by section. This is a Hanger 9 heat sealing iron. You used to be able to find them on Amazon. I believe we were able to find it on Walmart. Really, you just want an iron that has no steam. So my iron, I kind of crank it up, but I keep it moving. You can burn your paper, obviously. So it's on 5 of this, which is hot. It's 197 degrees. So that being said, it's hot. You can do medium. Medium's probably way safer. So now I'm gonna show you guys that there's no lumps, no bumps, no janky stuff. We have some veining, but the veins are kind of cool. Look at how cute our little table is. What? I love it. And that's the base. But isn't that like the cutest little tabletop? And it didn't really take that long, even with our chatting. All right, so let's see where I can show you. So see here, you still kind of have these veins, but I assure you it's flat. Okay, it's flat. There's another vein. It's okay. The veins are kind of cool, but it's flat. There's no bumps, which is nice. So, and obviously when you're just looking at it like a normal person and not right up on it, critiquing every tiny little thing, like I know I do. So I am sure that while you're working and you're sitting right on your project, you're also looking at every tiny little thing. I think it's in all of our nature to do that. But once you look at it just for what it is, you're not even really going to notice those little veins as much. It's just when you're right on it. So I also would tell you guys that you need to step back from your projects for that too, right? Like sometimes when we're sitting with a piece for, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours, and we're staring at every tiny little bit and we're criticizing our work and ourselves, and you get to that point, step away, come back, and you're gonna see how amazing it is, okay? How absolutely amazing. And it is, it's so cute and pretty, isn't it? I love it. Thank you guys all for hanging with me. As Travis said, you are hanging with Heather. Travis is my 10-year-old. And he's like, you know what, Mom? You need to end all your videos and be like, you're hanging with Heather. And it's kind of cute and funny, so I love it. But no, really, decoupage it's a super fun way to really kind of amp up your work and add some pretty art. Like I can't fine paint, right? I would never be able to paint this. This is not something that is within my talents. I wish it was. It would be amazing. It's not. So this is just a really fun way to kind of add that. So I hope you guys kind of learned some things. I hope you enjoyed seeing the paper and seeing why we add the rad pads. That's all the fun that you can do with them. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited for today. Give all of our girls some love and find a retailer, do all that stuff, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.